Gunline, gunline, gunline. Fire mission coming down. I'm your host, Lopez, and you're listening to the On the Gunline podcast, where we shoot the shit like we did in the past. Today on the line, we have a good old friend of mine. He is the drug dealer that I had when I was in Baghdad. Hey, alcohol is still a drug.
Somebody
And
had to do it.
so this is round two on this episode because we had done it originally, but unfortunately I forgot to hit the record button, which I just verified I did. Anyways, with that said, I want you all to go ahead and pop a squat because it's about to get hot. You're on the gun line now. With me, I have old Caleb Roberson. As he likes to say, it's Roberson. Unfortunately, I'll never get that right. What is up, brother? How you doing today?
Just looking forward to talking to you again this go around. This time more people will see
it. More than just none. That reminds me of an old fucking Al Bundy shit. I don't know if you watched Married with Children growing up.
I did.
There was this episode where he had Dr. Shu, and they were like, you know how many selves you've made, Al? None. You've made none. And so he says, none today, tomorrow, twice as many.
A perfect record.
Oh, damn straight, man. It's good to see you, man. It's good to see you out here, bro. Thanks for hanging out with me on this beautiful Friday afternoon. Dude, let's go ahead and introduce people to yourself. Who are you, man? Let's shoot the shit.
Well, let's see. Name's Caleb Roberson. Went into the Army in 2004. Did basic at Fort Benning and AIT at Gordon, and where they told me all you want is anything but Fort Hood and field artillery. And so, of course, they cut orders that said Fort Hood 277. So I was
field artillery.
Amazing. It's like they were listening.
Dude,
but to this day I don't regret it, honestly, because I can't imagine having been in like a true support unit that whole time. Like after having been in combat arms the whole time, it just imagining being in like, well, I take that back. Aviation probably would have been pretty sweet. But
I don't know. I mean, they really don't do much. My understanding about aviation is that there's like no structure there. There's no discipline, I guess you could say. I mean, compared to a combat arms unit.
So in other words, my criminal element could have thrived.
Oh, you would have been great. Well, I mean, we'll get into that in a little bit, but your criminal element should have thrived in 442.
It did.
Well, man, I thank you for being here. What do you think? What did you think when you joined the Army? Did it meet your expectations?
Well, honestly, the plan was the Marine Corps initially because of the whole family thing. And then I was sitting in Gunny Hagee's office, and the Army dude leaned around the corner. He's like, hey, man, I'll guarantee you a job and give you an extra 15 grand for college. Now I turned to Gunny. I was like, wait a minute. What does he mean guarantee my job? And he's like, oh, well, you could actually go needs of the Corps, but you'll probably get it. And I was like, I hate that word.
Probably so, guaranteed.
So I wound up, I was like, yeah, let's get that in paper. I went to the other office. I thought he was going to kill that dude in the parking lot.
I bet. I mean, he straight snatched you up, dude. That's fucked up.
I think I was his quota.
Hey, you know what? It's fucking crazy. I mean, they got to make mission. Now, I was talking to Cruz. I don't know if you remember old Cruz. And that dude tells me he'll do whatever it takes to get fucking mission complete, which probably
that is the job.
I mean, that probably leads to the amount of shitty shitbags that have come into the military. Also,
well, I gotta say, during wartime they'll take Beetlejuice. Once it's over with, they need Captain America.
Yeah,
but they'll still take them some Beetlejuice. They just don't talk about it.
It's funny you should mention something like that, though. Fucking during wartime, they'll go ahead and take all the rough elements. You know what I mean? But when it's back to garrison, all of a sudden, those fucking war fighting, hard charging fucking NCOs, they came in as privates and now are NCOs. They end up getting, thrown by the wayside. They keep everybody that looks great on paper.
Oh, yeah.
and then they wonder why the military starts getting into stupid, shitty situations, like within the garrison. For example, they've done away with the fucking boot camp passing your PT test. You don't have to do that now
Well,
for I
what?
think like a year. Yeah, dude, that was like a big thing. You don't have to pass your PT test.
So what? You just run and whatever you get, buy.
Yeah, and then you
What?
go to your unit, and then you'll get to retake it over there.
That's news to me. Shit.
I know, bro. I mean, it's like, what the fuck? It's not bad enough that they're giving nap times, to soldiers too.
I
I
heard
mean,
they get cell phones and shit now.
bro, I don't even want to hear about that bullshit. I mean, what the fuck? What happened to weeding out the weak? And I mean, I beat this dead horse all the fucking time with guests. Like, gone are the days that we actually had structure and discipline. But I guess I've been out for 5 years. I don't fucking know. I'm not in that man's army anymore, bro.
I'm slowly finding out I'm old. It's weird.
Bro, you know how I found out I was old?
How's that?
I fucking went to YouTube and liked and subscribed to C-SPAN. Yeah, that's how I know I'm old. It's
Damn.
fucking C-SPAN.
Damn. Yeah, the last time I seriously watched C-SPAN, it was just the replay of that one episode where they still did C-SPAN live.
Mhm.
And there was that collection of people who spent all day calling in randumbly and then starting the conversation and then going, fuck. I was like, not a good use of it, but all right.
Dude, it's a trip. Like, I mean, it's just with so much shit going crazy with the politics, and thank God that this political season is almost over. I'm so happy for that because honestly, when I made On the Gunline, I made it for a place to come and shoot the shit and talk and have discussions. But unfortunately, the majority of them are fucking politics because that's what's on the mind right now. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, well, it's consumed us.
Yeah, it really has. And I don't know if you watched the great debate that I dropped this week for the midweek memo, but I had old Sergeant Machuca with old Sergeant Lee Hunt, and each one was giving their passionate point of views.
Well, I know Lee's in school now. What's Chooks up to?
Chooks good. He's out in San Antonio actually. Fucking
okay.
He's doing like what's that shit I'm looking for? Visual work, like fucking, commercials. He's got like this
like marketing, graphic design, that kind of stuff.
There you go. That's what I guess it's called. Yeah. Right. And it's fucking great what he does, dude. I mean, I've seen some of his videos that he does with the fucking with the drone. It's fucking awesome. Badass, dude.
But, I love to see success.
Dude, and what's crazy is, like, he's heavy right wing and Hunt is heavy left wing. So it was great to have them on the podcast to discuss. I called it a debate because I wanted to find out, why each of them backed up their candidate, right?
Well, without debate, there could be no real discussion.
Well, here's the thing, though. This was the great part of it. What I wanted people to showcase, I wanted them to showcase their ideologies and their passions, right? And they came very passionate with it. It was a great discussion, but what I wanted people to gather from is, and I hope they finished till the end of the fucking podcast.
Absolutely.
Was that at the end, Lee was like, "Hey man, I need to get with you after this, by the way." And Chuck was like, "Yeah, man, I got you." You know what I mean? In other words, you can have a good heated discussion, but afterwards you're still like, all right, that's done with. Now, moving on to another topic. You know what I'm saying?
There ain't nothing better than a debate that creates further relational conversation. I mean, it keeps people connected and it gives them new ideas. It lets them grow in a viewpoint so they don't get locked into some echo chamber surrounded by people who just repeat the shit they want to hear.
Well, not only that, though, but I mean, I think the biggest thing I wanted out of it was I knew none of their minds were going to be changed. I just wanted them to, point out their point of views, but I wanted to show people that you don't have to lose friendships or brotherhoods over this politic bullshit. It's okay, because that's how it was on the gun line. When we were on the line, dude, people would have all the most retarded discussions, everything from, Jody fucking her old lady to fucking,
oh God, those discussions,
to conspiracy theories about fucking Hurricane Katrina, so fucking.
It was the aliens, right?
For real, or I don't know, some kind of weather making shit, whatever. But what everybody was okay after the conversation. So I guess hopefully that doesn't fly by people's ears. By the way, people, I want to thank you all for shooting the shit here with us, with me and Roberson. If you're looking at this shirt right here and you dig it, check it out. There's going to be a link at the bottom of the YouTube to the On the Gunline Teespring store. This one actually just got canceled, and I had to fucking send back a goddamn nasty gram to them because they said I was trying to copyright infringe on somebody, or somebody tried to say that I was stealing their content. What they didn't realize was, if you look at the fucking lot, what does that say right there, Roberson?
Well, make sure it says right there, lot, OTGL, on the gun line.
On the fucking gun line, Chief. So don't get it fucking twisted. Y'all motherfuckers trying to cancel my shit.
They're acting like they printed the first HE round.
For real, dude. So what's been good, man? Tell me what's life been for you since you got out?
Well, let's see here. I mean, my whole family's full of wanderers, so we don't tend to stick with anything for too long. I got out, I did some random jobs, some forestry stuff, did auto part delivery for a while. I mean, I've done everything in my life, commercial fishing, all kinds of shit. So
damn, commercial fishing. What you do? Go to Alaska?
Oh, no, just Carolina ocean and coast, mostly shrimp, oysters, net fishing, that kind of stuff. Crab operations, small boat. I work timber. That's how my whole family is. We don't settle on nothing till we're too old for it to matter anymore.
Are you fucking gypsies or some shit? What the fuck?
But and then we all somehow wind up in the medical field. So one day I'm going to be responsible for somebody's life, and that poor bastard better hang on.
Oh, but the way the COVID is, you better be careful out there, man. You never know.
I'm not sure it can kill me at this point. I don't even know what vaccinations we've had.
Oh, dude, are you fucking serious with that shit? I think that they probably, that the military always gets some fucking injections for. I have no idea what the fuck they gave me vaccinations for.
And no, straight up at Fort Benning one time, they had us lined up on the CTA, and we were walking by. We had about 3 stations, and each station had a nurse posted up on either side with one in each hand. And I asked one of them one time, it was like, what's that one you got there? And she's like, I think this is typhoid. And I was like, well, what's that one? She goes, B12976. I was like, yeah, but what's it for? And she goes, apparently it's for B92176. I was like, oh, I'm not gonna grow another ear, am I?
Probably, dude. It'll be somewhere you don't even know where it's at.
I probably don't want to see it. But no, since I was working private security and VIP close protection for about the last 2 years as a contractor. And I found that job to be incredibly unfulfilling. So over the last 3 or 4 months, I just kind of said, to hell with it, I'll ride this train since it pays so damn well. And then I'm just going to hop off and go back to school.
Yeah.
So I quit that job about a couple of weeks ago. And I've dove back into school now, but I'm probably going to pick up something part-time at the post office or something in the meantime, just so I'm not living off my savings.
I mean, the post office is actually a good gig. I see a lot of fucking ex-vets go to and shit.
Well, not to mention it's federal too, so it still counts towards that retirement. Oh, and plus, once I'm done with school, I'm planning on working at a VA.
Nice, dude.
So I may never retire, but I'll be able to pretty quick.
It's funny. I was actually talking with someone about this yesterday, about like my goals. And my goal is to retire and actually just volunteer at the USO. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just something I want to give back to the military community, and
not a thing wrong with that.
It's just, I think that, well, how can I put this shit? There's a lot of motherfuckers that are doing things, for our country, and out of selfless fucking a service, as cliche as it sounds, and
ain't a cliche if you mean it.
And it, there's no better way to say thank you to them, for putting their life on the line, unless you're S1. I mean,
not to mention when I'm working at a VA, I ain't trying to say we're young, but we ain't old vets compared to a lot of them. Mm-hmm. You still go in there today. Most of the ones you see gimped up ain't from this war. So, it's a chance for me to, people are like, hey man, you should claim all this and you should claim all that. And I was like, yeah, I got all my legs and arms. I'm more worried about that dude over there who can't even remember what his wife looks like because he lost his eyeballs in Korea.
Right.
So as far as I'm concerned, my best form of selfless service is going to be going to a VA and knowing that no matter what other fucked up shit might go on in that building, I'll do the best I can do.
Fucking A, dude. Let me ask you something. How many years did you do total in the military?
Just under 6 active, and then I taught in the reserves for 2 years. And then I got done with the reserves. I was like, y'all don't even pay enough for me to show up once a month to take a piss test and do an inventory. That's all this shit is.
Not for real, dude. Now, did you stay?
And none of them gave a shit because they were reservists. I was one of 4 people in that unit who deployed. They knew they weren't gonna deploy because it was a sidewalk building engineer unit. So they didn't give a shit. When you teach somebody in combat arms and you teach them how to do a radio frequency, they might not remember everything, but they have half an idea because they know if I ain't there and the shit goes down, it might be their ass.
All I know is, you Commo guys saved our ass a lot of times. Because I know fucking A, I had no idea how to fucking load radios at first. And then we had, what was the ANCD back then?
Oh yeah,
hands and that shit. Oh, a handshake. Fucking
oh yeah. When they came out with that SKL, they initially wanted to give us a ton of them to load the radios with. Then I found out they didn't even have the software for that, so I told them to keep that shit in the Connex because all they were going to do is hand it out to people who'd never use it and end up losing one. But when you lose one of those, they treat it just like losing an ANCD, and that means commo changeover for the entire theater.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Every time somebody lost an ANCD, it didn't matter if it was in Mosul, on a Kuwaiti border, in Rustamaya, it didn't matter. Changeover, whole theater. And that shit took a week to get done.
Damn.
And I remember the time
a changeover. What does that mean?
Well, you know how we had to change crypto like every 2 to 3 weeks?
Okay. Yeah.
When it was at its worst, it was every 2 weeks.
Oh.
Well, that meant I actually had to either hook up with a MIT team or a SPIT team or find some of y'all that were going up to Victory or something and get up there and physically collect the crypto keys and then bring them back myself because they could not be sent over a digital connection. I still remember the one time I went up there, I crashed for a night in somebody's chew, and then I went out there and picked up the keys, and we are on our way back to Union 3. And this was second deployment. I was on my way back to JSS Yarmouk. We were in kind of northern Baghdad between Biop and the Green Zone. It's a really shitty neighborhood. But we basically took over a house and shared it with a bunch of Iraqi army.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, nice was the word. But I was on my way back with the crypto keys when the call came down. Some asshole in northern Iraq had lost an ANCD, so we had to redo the whole thing.
What the fuck?
I was like, I just turned to the dude next to me. I was like, is it a crime if I give you permission to blow my fucking brains out?
Holy shit, dude. Good fucking times, brother. Good fucking times.
Oh, weren't they though?
Oh yeah. Do you have any fond memories of when you were, private or specialist or just your in the time in 277 or in 44 Deuce? Any fond memories that you have?
Actually, something that came to me the other day and is completely innocuous. It doesn't have any real meaning and it's not really significant. It's just something I thought about and it just made me laugh. First Sergeant Brenton was probably my favorite first sergeant I ever had. I knew some good ones.
Yeah.
He was my favorite. That dude was just good to go to me.
Yeah.
Like he never bothered me. Mostly what he cared about was soldier welfare. If it like he'd stop in every now and then, shit on fire. No, good, I'm out. But back when we were still wearing the tricolor shit, you actually had to like press the starts, the uniforms, polish the boots, that shit.
Yeah. I
still remember every Monday, I would show up. I had one uniform that was for Mondays.
Right.
I took it down there to that Korean lady at Alicia's, the one where they like actually hot press the thing and you got to break it open to get into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm walking out there like, all right, let's do this. Boots, spit shine, or whatever. It's like that was the Monday uniform. And then from then on, it was whatever raggedy shit I had hanging on the hanger and some brush shine boots. And every day from Tuesday to Friday, First Sergeant Britton would be like, by the way, you need to press that uniform, do those boots. I'd be like, Roger, top. And then the next day, same uniform. And we do that from Tuesday to Friday. Because as long as I was shit hot tight on Monday, that dude would just remind you the rest of the week.
It's funny. I saw some shit, some commentary on one of the fucking Facebook pages about people were like, oh, having to iron your uniform or press your uniform, how stupid, especially, you're about to get dirty in the motor pool or whatnot. And so, dude, like you said, you always had that one crisp uniform. Always. On Sunday nights, you would fucking get your boots, polish them up really fucking nice, high and shiny. You have your fresh pressed fucking BDUs. And it just, it's a sense of pride, I think. It's just a sense of fucking pride. And
not only pride, but it is a small attention to detail. And it's also the same thing like Matt has said about accomplishment. It's like first thing, or I think actually I might have been like a Navy admiral, but it was like, first thing you do, make your bed. Because then no matter what else you do the rest of the day, you've accomplished that. Then you go throughout the day accomplishing. Same thing there. No matter what, you paid attention to detail, you got the uniform, you showed up, you passed inspection, you're good to go. Accomplishment done. And it shows that you're capable of at least handling your own shit.
Well, no, I mean, it's not just, it's that too, but for me, it's always been something that, when I think of a soldier and I imagine a soldier, I think of the fucking standing at attention, crisp fucking uniform, square the fuck away. You know what I mean? I don't think of a shit bag with a ragtag uniform fucking looking like it just got.
I'm trying to look like a Somali pirate.
Dude, it trips me out. And a lot of motherfuckers were on there like, oh, we're going to get dirty. No, guy, that's why you got to use your fucking brain. You fucking wear your uniform early in the morning for first formation, looking all crisp and clean. And then guess what? I had another uniform in the fucking car that after formation, I would go grab it, put that on, or I would put my CVCs on over it. I would at least change my boots though, because I'll be goddamn if I'm going to scrape those motherfuckers or make them look nasty. Not only that, I had a platoon sergeant named Smoke Norwood that, if...
Oh, I remember Smoke Norwood.
Yeah.
Walls yelling at that dude.
Dude, what I'm thinking though, what I remember was, if your uniform was squared the fuck away on Monday, you get pulled out and, hey, chief, you need them for the rest of the day? No? All right, you're gone. Go home. You know what I'm saying? So it gave you incentive. I don't know. It's just something about just looking square the fuck
Small
away.
Reasons to give a shit.
Yeah, dude. It's just, I've always thought of artillery, man, as, we're the people that I have a lot of pride in our shit that we do. Whether, it's always a competition, no matter what. Firing rounds, we're competing. Who's the first one to fucking call rounds complete? Getting ready to fucking march order, you better be the first one ready to fucking pull out and go. So, goddamn it, it's just, I don't know. It's just something that it's internal for me, just to have that fucking pride, bro. And, I brought that with me to the civilian world. Are there any traits that you had in the military or that you learned in the military that you brought over to the civilian world?
Well, see, that's the thing. The civilian world and the military world really did kind of dovetail for me. I was really an individual while I was in. I mean, I believe in teamwork. I was involved with teamwork.
Right.
When it came time to go to the field, I was out there at 2 a.m, wrenching on some of them damn tracks to get them to at least having to run a highway cable from like the TC seat to the driver's seat. It's like the rest of y'all just have to talk with hand signals. I don't know what the fuck. This gun's serial number is 0008. I don't know what you want from me, but he'll at least be able to communicate by hitting Harvey in the head with a hammer or something. I don't know. But either way, there'll be something. But the point was, it's like I'm there to support y'all in a sense, but still part of the team.
Right.
But realistically, I spent 85% of my time was just running around in the dark stealing shit, really. The rest of it was cleaning it up and lying about where I got it.
Hey, that's what STEAL is, an acronym. Strategically taking equipment to an alternate location. So...
And that was one thing Captain Flores was good about, man. I was like, hey, where'd you get this? Don't worry about it. All right.
Okay. It's on your book.
That's a lie I don't have to tell.
Hey, sir, you needed it. It's on your books. Just change the serial number now.
It's like, I'll send some paperwork over to the PBO, and then as soon as he walks out, I turn to the supply dude. I ain't doing that.
I tell you, Captain Flores, man. That guy wanted to slam me, dude, when I got caught. With
Did he?
Yeah. So for those listeners that are don't know me very well, or Roberson, we deployed in 2005 to Baghdad. We were there from December. Well, in Baghdad, we were there from like mid-December to early December.
Like early 07, I think.
No, we were 05 to 06.
Oh, okay. Did we come back in 06?
Yeah, because I redeployed December 2nd, 06. I came back. So, anyways, okay. While we were there, sometime in May, I believe it was, somebody had come back. Somebody had come back from mid-tour leave, and had mailed himself some Listerine. And at least that's what I believe happened.
Some particularly potent Listerine. Hey, the color matched.
The very, very potent, not, you know, so for this Listerine that happened to be some moonshine, homemade moonshine from was it North Carolina or South Carolina or where?
It's actually from the Virginia mountains, right there in the corner, North Carolina, Virginia.
Ah, okay. Either way, from some hillbilly shit.
Yeah, it's
made it over to Baghdad. And I ended up buying myself a nice big fucking bottle of Listerine for $20. And the funniest part of it all was I gave him the money. He gave me a brown fucking paper bag, and it looked like seriously like we're doing a goddamn dope exchange, like from the movies. It was just fucking classic, dude.
See, I should have warned you more. I think I said something like, "Be careful with this," but that's all I did because I'm used to people knowing what this is.
I'm a city boy from LA. I have no idea what moonshine is. I'm thinking tequila is the strongest shit there is in the world. Wrong. Fucking wrong. So lo and behold, I go back to my room and I'm there with Moya and McConnell, and we start fucking drinking away this goddamn moonshine. And so that we wouldn't taste it, we mixed it with Rip It.
Rip It. All right.
All I know is the next day I missed movement, and that was no bueno. I caught an Article 15. I never snitched of where I got it from.
He absolutely did not. Because I was sitting there like, when I didn't hear nothing about it the next day, all I heard was Lopez got in trouble. I was like, somebody didn't say shit. That's cool, Logan.
Hey, man, I'm down ride, baby. I took that shit all the way down with me. And when I went to,
you tried to save other people from what I hear.
Oh yeah, fucking. We had one guy who wanted to include himself so that I wouldn't go down alone. And Moya, I appreciate the love, brother. That's a lot of love there. But
your heart was in the right place.
It was, man. But I'm the captain of that ship, and I'm taking that motherfucker down with me by myself. So, you know, and that was, you know, that would have got my ass even in more trouble. I was already getting in trouble for lying to an NCO, lying to commissioned officer, breaking General Order 1. I mean, they were gonna fucking slam me. And
I didn't know Flores was the one that was so hot for it, though.
Oh yeah, Flores wanted me fucking hung. Luckily, I think what saved me was, first of all, Smoke Norwood, I think, went to bat for me, and with First Sergeant Brenton. And First Sergeant Brenton, I'm pretty sure he knew I wasn't a shitbag. Granted, one thing about First Sergeant Brenton, we all have a lot of love and respect for this man, but I can't count on one hand how many fucking conversations I ever had with him. You know what I mean?
See, I saw him a little bit more because I hung out in the talk occasionally, or I'd be doing office work in there or something, or me and Marquez would be doing something or whatever. And I think he was still his driver for a while. So, you know, I talked to him and he loved to fuck with Dubious for some reason. Like, that was his shit.
I wonder, did Top ever watch that video?
I hope not.
You know what?
The less it's seen, better.
Oh, God. So, yeah, hey, First Sergeant Brenton, or Command Sergeant Major Brenton, retired. If you ever watch that video of somebody wants to say hello who misses you? Oh, my God. You know, poor Dubious. And Dubois, if you hear this, it's nothing but love, baby. That happened many, 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 many years ago. 15 fucking years, bro. Can you believe that shit? Well, it's gonna be.
Don't say that.
Yeah, dude. How do you think I feel? I'm fucking 43 years old this year.
Whew, damn.
I
I
still
got
look.
to say, I'm 35. I thought I was doing good by only having a little gray.
I have no gray, baby.
Yeah.
None.
But I mean, I just wish the hairline was where it used to be. That'd be awesome.
Just let it go, baby. Let it go. You gotta just
Oh,
let it go.
I ain't dying shit. I'm not wearing anything except the
Fucking hey, dude. But yeah, so I got in trouble for having that good old article, that good old moonshine, and I fell in love with moonshine, by the way. Afterwards, I started having some when I was in Colorado. That's another story
Mhm.
for another day, though. But yeah, dude. Let me ask you something.
Mm.
So back to coming out to the military, to the from the military to the civilian sector. Yeah, I get it. You weren't in a combat MOS. However, you still were in a combat unit where the discipline was fucking pretty fucking. It was shit
But
tight.
that's how I explained it to people was just like my MOS is in combat arms, but I eat what they eat, I sleep where they sleep, and I go where they go. So I
Right.
mean, realistically, the lifestyle's not much different. It's
Yeah.
just what I do during working hours is different, really.
Exactly. I mean, when we were out in the field, you're out in the field. You know,
Oh,
we
well, I was homeless for most of that, you know, time in 277. I finally got a truck to sleep in. But up until then, I was sleeping in the front seat of the medic's truck. I don't advise it, by the way, 0 out of 10. That's uncomfortable as shit.
shit.
Uh, I'd sleep on the first sergeant's hood. I'd sleep on top of some guns. Occasionally, I'd get a spot in a gun if it was raining, but it'd be the muddy spot. I was living like a hobo. I was a
Fucking,
hobo with batteries.
you were an orphan, baby. You were an orphan. You were the fucking 277 orphan. God damn, dude. It's fucking crazy. Like it's amazing how time flies by yet. You know, we still pick up where we left off. You know, that's one thing I trip out about no matter what. Like before this and before the time we talked the last time, you know, I hadn't talked to you. It's what in about 5 years since Quintero died. When you know,
Yeah. Yeah, hell,
that,
that funeral was a big, shock because it was like, damn, I'm suddenly seeing all these people I ain't seen in forever, and it all came flowing back.
you know what's a
It's
trip
like, damn,
also, like we all clicked, all of us from that fucking unit, we all came together like it was just yesterday, and it was, you know, we were all picked up, we were left off at, like I was talking shit to Bricker and fucking, you know, telling him how much he was a fucking cocksucker and the biggest, you know, it was just all fucking gravy, dude. Just all the shit talking, all the fun, and it was more of a celebration of life for Quintero
absolutely.
versus, you know,
Oh, it's like my ex, who I was still with at the time. She came with me. I mean, we're still friends now, but she came down there with me for that because we were still together. Like I had worked a 11-hour shift, and then I got in the car and drove straight to Colleen and
okay,
crashed at Marquez's house. So I'd been up for like almost 2 days.
god damn.
And he was over there in like Rancier at the time. So I was just like, all right, Katie, just be aware, you're gonna see some shit maybe. Just you kind of sheltered. and
God damn.
but but we get down there and afterwards, because I ain't gonna lie, I got twisted at that thing, that at that Mexican restaurant after the fact. But after it was over with, she was saying, I was watching all of y'all, and I swear to God, it's like the second y'all got together, it's like no time had passed whatsoever. It's just it all just came. It's like y'all saw each other last week.
Right. And that's the
So
beautiful thing about this fraternity that we have of being fucking, you know, in the military, you know, that not only that we get to experience what less than 1% of the people in the population of the US do, you know,
we did
we
it during wartime.
and that builds even a bigger bond, dude. You know, it just like I know I could meet up with anybody that we serve with and just pick up like it hasn't been like, you know, 15 fucking years. Even though
Or if you throw a room full of vets from somewhere, even if it's different wars, you
mm,
give them 15 minutes and a few beers, and the next thing you know, they all have known each other for 6 years.
I was just about to say that. You read my fucking mind, you goddamn fucking goddamn hillbilly mind reading
Just
motherfucker.
call me a shisty fuck. I'll accept it.
Well, no, it's a trip because, like, honestly, um, yeah, there might be civilian people out here that I can talk with, but eventually it boils down to like, okay, I have nothing else to
It
talk
kind of
about.
boils down, It's
Yeah,
like, well, we got the weather out of the way, and oh, by the way,
exactly.
here's the kids, and oh, you do this for a living? Great.
Right. But
And
when
then
you
you're out of stuff.
You throw me with another fucking veteran, and all of a sudden we're talking shit like, oh, okay, dude, like the army, it might be a big organization, but it's small, especially if you get two motherfuckers that were in the same MOS around the same time. Guarantee you know somebody that knew somebody that knows you. You know what I mean? Especially in the field artillery. It's
Or at least spent time in a unit, or they know that your unit was a piece of shit, or you know
yeah.
that their unit was a piece of shit.
But
It's
you
like,
have that relationship of embracing the suck together. You know, we know what it's like to be out in the fucking field. We know what it's like to be away from home. We know what it's like having 4 hours of fucking sleep and waking up and having to go work 12 fucking 16-hour days. You know what I'm saying?
or if you even get to sleep because you've gone to the field instead of going to NTC in Central Texas in goddamn July. So I end up just sitting in the back of a Humvee with Kelly, the medic, for about a day and a half, doing nothing but giving each other IVs because I'm tired of drinking hot water and then getting yelled at by that Asago guy because we took all his IV
Was
bags.
he the was Kelly, was he the fucking the Irish one?
Yeah, the Irish guy.
Dude, I'm telling you, I was so impressed with that medic. That motherfucker, I remember on one of the
No,
battalion runs,
Kelly's good people.
dude, I remember him on one of the battalion runs where this motherfucker would run all the way to the front of the goddamn battalion and then would slow down to, just to check up on everybody, make sure everybody's good with his aid bag. All right. And then go all the way to the back of the fucking run and come back on the other side, dude. That motherfucker was a beast.
He took his shit seriously too. Like he took that job very seriously. Like he could cut loose in a way that I couldn't
Mhm.
keep up with sometimes, frankly. Like I went drinking at his house a couple of times. It was like, damn, dude, you're gonna have another, and I was the one saying it. but but at the same time, like when it came time to do your job, like he was on point with that shit
Yeah.
because he knew that when it came time to save somebody's life, it was like him or somebody next to him who didn't know shit. It's gonna
Right.
be him.
Fucking A, dude.
He took that shit seriously.
So what do you think of everything that's going on in the US now, man?
uh, I would just like things to kind of see. I've always been kind of a centrist. I'm not always apathetic. It's just I'm not too high energy about a lot of stuff. I don't have a lot of strong opinions. I just have opinions that I'm solid with about a few things. But my biggest philosophy is kind of the old pagan philosophy. It's like, err, do no harm, do as thou wilt.
Right.
If you're not gonna hurt nobody, you can do what the hell you want. So when you have that approach to everything, everybody who comes at you with these hardliner philosophies and everything, it's like, dude, I can't even care as much as you do. I just want people to be able to do what the hell they want for the most part. So when you approach life like that and you're suddenly assailed by people who just take everything seriously all the time, it's like, I don't even have the energy for y'all right now.
Mm.
Everybody's trying to, like, divide people up into groups and separate us all and form phalanxes to deal with this or that, and I'm over here just like, have you tried not giving a shit like a little bit?
Yeah, exactly, dude. I mean, it like you said, it's not apathy, but sometimes it kind of toes a line to it. Like honestly, it's just I gotten to the point where I just don't give a shit no more, dude.
I've never wanted to tell you what to do.
Right.
I mean, if I see somebody fucking up, I can be like, hey, I think you're fucking up. But it's not like, here, let me spend the next 12 years telling you how to live your life. It's like, nah,
Right.
I don't want that
Now,
shit.
I mean, I might want to provide you some guidance or, but it's on you if you want to accept it or not. I'm not going to shove it down your throat either. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
God damn it.
Exactly.
It's not a goddamn dick and this ain't a goddamn porn movie. Don't put it down my throat. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying,
Try
man.
not to take it so hard, man. It was a joke.
Dude, I tell you, I want to my goal in life right now is to fucking get a nice piece of fucking land somewhere and just be left the fuck alone. And it's not that I want to be an isolationist or anything like that. It's just that I'm just so tired of everyone's drama and everyone's bullshit, And then people get upset, like, oh, why are you getting mad about this and that? Like, dude, because you're shoving shit in my face that I don't care for. I'll give you a quick one with the gays. You know, I'm all about if you're gay, bro, handle it, brother. Enjoy your life. You like sucking the cock. Awesome. I don't care. I don't agree with it. But just because I don't agree with it doesn't mean that I don't fucking that I don't like you. I don't care what you do. But when you start calling me a homophobic, I'm not afraid of gays. Or when you start showing that shit in front of my face all the fucking time.
It's like you're misusing the word phobia, Chief. There's no
Right.
fear here. And it's not like if you say something, I'll get mad, we'll fight. No,
Right.
I've never cared. I have never had the energy to tell somebody what two consenting adults can or cannot do in the privacy of their own home. For all I'm concerned, you can raise 6 kids, love them to death, and die hand in hand happy.
Yeah, dude,
I just don't give a shit.
I don't care if they do it out in public, bro. I don't. Now,
I
don't.
can't promise I'll find it sexually appealing.
Now that's one thing. Now, if you hear me go, it's because you know what, dude.
I was
It's
like,
not
those dudes
something
have
that
two
I
very large beards, and they're kind of.
find.
Don't they have to worry about static? Like, what's going on here?
Like I said, I'm not hating on them. Hey, do you, boo boo, whatever makes you happy. But
Exactly.
just because I make that cringy look, it doesn't mean that I hate you or that I want you being fucking, beat up or anything like that. It's not that at all. It's just that I don't know. It's not. I mean, it goes.
It's not sexy.
It,
But it's the same thing if you
not
see
two men, not two men at least. But you put 2 women in there, and I guess there's a difference there. I don't know, bro.
Well,
I don't know where I was going.
if you see that skinny crackhead who's making out with like the 400-pound woman who's never going to be appealing to you, you have the same reaction, and that's perfectly heterosexual. It's not about. It's just I don't find that to be hot.
Since we're on this topic, I got a question for you, bro.
Yeah.
Why, if dykes like other dykes, right? Women like women, like those lesbians, right? Okay, tell me why a lesbian will go and get with another woman who looks like a man if she doesn't find a man appealing.
Well, I call the whole thing a spectrum. I don't even try to define it that hard because at the end of the day, I think it's more important that they don't give a shit what my opinion is.
Yeah, it just makes me wonder. It boggles my mind. Like, girl, you're going out, you're a good looking broad, but you're with another broad who looks like a dude. Why don't
Frankly,
you
she
just
looks like she could kick my ass.
right? And not only that, she's gonna fuck you with a fake schlong. I can give you the real schlong. I am a dude.
Camarones Diablo.
Ooh.
Sorry, dinner order.
Oh, sorry if I'm saying anything offensive.
No, you're gonna have to work hard to hurt feelings around here.
Right on. I don't know. It was just a question that popped into my head. But you know what, dude? Being that we're in the month of October, you know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and close to Halloween, right? Let me ask you something, man. You ever had any scary experiences and shit? Any spooky experiences in your life?
Oh, I'm not sure I've got anything that would technically qualify as supernatural. But honestly, about the only time I think, and it could have just been alcohol. I don't know. But the only time there was one time I felt like I may have had access to the force for a few seconds because we were all drinking it. It was me and Johnson and Diaz and a couple other people drinking at Ernie's one time over there in Harker Heights.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And they had that one bouncer who liked to just fuck people up like it was his job. And he
I think that is their job, though.
Yeah, I think Ernie might have instructed them to kill people. But we was chilling at the bar, and for some reason, it was I want to say it was Thursday. So yeah, it was Thursday because every Thursday at 9:00, that old Mexican dude with a bandana came in and did Hotel California on a karaoke machine and then left. That was every Thursday. I'd like clock. But yeah, after that, I'd been just pounding like whiskey sours or something. I was shit faced. There was a UFC fight on. And then I came over and I was just standing up against the wall with Johnson and watching these dudes play pool right there at the pool tables while he's watching the UFC fight. And then apparently some dude across the bar started some shit with the bouncer because the bouncer is just full on fighting this guy right there on the pool table. And like he is fucking this kid up. Like I felt bad for him. And while he's beating this dude's head against the pool table, all of a sudden, like 30 lighters came out of his shirt pocket and landed on the floor. So I was like, that's a pothead. Where'd you get all those?
Right?
So he's dragging him over to the door and proceeds to like throw him out of the bar by his head. And I was just like, ooh, free lighters. So I come walking over, beer in my left hand, pool tables like right here on the right, and all these lighters on the floor. And I bend down to get a lighter.
Right.
Because even in my fucked up state, thinking free lighters, I'm still only gonna get one for some stupid reason. And
come on, Roberson.
And then right as I'm about to pick one up, all of a sudden the dudes on the pool table to the left right here, one of them jumps the cue ball off the table. It bounces on the floor and is coming directly at my face. And in the process of going to pick up a lighter, I swapped the beer to the right hand, grabbed the cue ball out of the air, stand up, and put it on the table and be like, you dropped that. And I walk back over to the wall and I just lean back up against it. And then I'm like, fuck, I didn't get any lighters. And then I reach in my pocket and I got like 5 lighters in there.
What the?
So somehow while all that occurred, I managed to scoop up a handful of lighters.
Holy shit. It's like you were playing fucking jacks.
I know. So I was like, I was a Jedi for a minute. Dude, it's the spookiest shit I got.
I'll give you one quick spooky story, bro. I was coming on my way back from Jacksonville, Florida, back to Fort Stewart, Georgia. So I went to
Stewart.
Oh yeah, I went to go.
I forgot you were in third ID. Yeah,
Rock of the Marn, baby. So I went to go pick up my old lady because she was working at AutoZone at the time, and they were doing some kind of a inventory truckload drop off over there in Jacksonville. So, but she worked in the one in Savannah. Anyways, so they needed her assistance over there in fucking Jacksonville. So I went to go pick her up in Jayville. It was about probably 2:30 in the morning, bro, after they got done with the truck, right? Yeah. So get back into the car and I go and pick her up and we're driving back on 95 north. And we had
Hell's Highway, yeah.
We had just hit fucking the border into Georgia. And once it was by New Brunswick, it was around that area. And we're driving up. And fucking dude, I swear to you, I'm looking straight ahead. It's fucking pitch fucking black. And my old lady's next to me. And I see this fucking woman, bro, on the highway. And the bitch walks into the middle of the fucking freeway as I'm driving. And then as I'm getting closer to her and I'm about to hit her, the bitch is back to the fucking to the shit. What's it called? To the shoulder.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I must be fucking tired. So I'm shaking my head, and my lady's like, "Did you see that?" And I told her, "You saw that shit too?" She's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "What did you see?" She's like, "That lady that just walked into the middle of the fucking freeway and ran back." I'm like, "Holy fuck, dude!"
And then sideswiped all ghost style. Yeah,
chills, bro. Just thinking about that shit. That shit freaked us the fuck out, bro. Like we stayed away, dude. I wish I could show you right now. My fucking. I've got fucking
maybe the meth was just that good. I don't know.
Dude, that shit, it was fucking freaky, bro. So that was one of my scary stories. I'm saving another one for the midweek memo. The one that really freaked me the fuck out, bro. That shit.
I have to catch that one.
So, dude, I mean, in the spirit of Halloween, I wanted to drop that. And what do you think is a good scary movie to watch during these next couple of days? Good Halloween movie.
I mean, honestly, I ain't watched much in the way of scary movies in a while, other than just whatever random shit comes out. But one that I always enjoyed, I saw it when I was a kid, and for whatever reason, because I always liked like Lawrence Fishburne and Sam Neill.
Oh, okay.
But there was a space movie called Event Horizon, and it's not like super scary or anything, but it's got a lot of creepy moments and stuff. And that one always just kind of stuck with me as a movie I enjoy watching. But
Event Horizon was more like a sci-fi movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's like sci-fi horror kind of thing. I mean, it's not so much like Alien where it's all about just this thing's going to eat you and it's running around as shit. It was more like all kinds of crazy shit's happening.
Right.
But
well, I feel you. I think what's a shame? I'm over here building up the Exorcist, bro. Like I'm telling this one chick, this Exorcist movie is the scariest fucking movie ever. It made people run out of the goddamn theaters back when it came out in the 70s. And so I'm
Right.
building and hyping this shit up, bro. I pop it on. I swear to God, I think they edited the fucking movie because it was so slow, and they took out some of the scenes like the whole spider crawl and all that shit. It was not in there.
Honestly, like the girl coming down the stairs backwards was the one that got a lot of people. It's like, what the fuck?
Dude, it seemed like they edited it so it wouldn't be so scary anymore. Because this chick is like, so when's it gonna start? And I'm like, fuck, I don't know, dude, because it's boring me, and I love the fucking Exorcist, and it's like, goddamn. So you
See,
know,
I've run into that. I've run into that a couple of times over the years, where it's like you've seen a movie and you know it's a certain way, and then you see it again, and you're like, this shit is different. And then I go back, and sometimes I'll find out it is different. The one I saw as a child was like the like the original cut, and then they like remastered it or some shit, and somehow just like kind of fucked it up.
I
I'm
don't
like,
know.
why'd y'all even mess with it?
Exactly. Don't. And then nowadays, they're so done with fucking ideas. They have no idea what to think about. Like, what the fuck? Why are y'all remaking old movies again? Are you really that out of ideas?
It's like y'all get paid millions to think shit up. I can do drugs and have a fever dream and come up with half of the shit that y'all are doing and get for free.
Bro, another thing that kills me, bro, is that all these movies nowadays, it's not even about dialogue anymore. It's all about explosions. You know,
Oh, they'll just CGI the shit out of it because who needs plot?
think about it. One of the greatest movies to me that I've ever watched, and one of my favorites of all time. There's no action in it whatsoever. 12 Angry Men. There's no fucking,
Nice.
it's just nothing but dialogue through the whole fucking movie. And I'm talking about the original one, the black and white one. Even the fucking new one that they had redone was good because it was all about the dialogue. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's cool to have fucking explosions and shit like that or action here and there. But sometimes it's just the fucking dialogue in the movie that gets you wrapped up in it. I don't know, bro. It's just it kills me that there's just no more imagination out there.
Oh, that gives me an idea. Since you said about remakes and shit, do you remember the original? I think it was John Carpenter. The Thing had a Kurt Russell, Keith David, Wilford Brimley. They're down in a Antarctic research station, and they dig some shit up. And it's like this. It's one of those kind of there's a parasite among us, and nobody can trust anybody kind of things.
Oh shit!
But it's from like 81 or 82, I think.
Huh? They're remaking it.
But and it ain't they kind of remade it. It was more like a remake / sequel to it. And now they've got all the the CGI effects and things like that. But it couldn't hold a candle to the original fucked upness that was its like 80s early 80s glory, know.
And like the movies that they started making nowadays, they've just gone shitty. I think. I mean, I don't watch movies anymore. I think the theaters are a dead fucking they're dead now. With everything streaming, it's done, bro. I mean, but I like going to the theater though for the experience,
Right?
So I mean, I don't want to be I don't like getting robbed, but I mean, they rob you there. Fucking
Oh, I
$40.
found the last time I went to see a movie, I remember like tickets were like $11, $12. I was like, the fuck is this? Now they're like, if you want to even go, if they're even open, it's like $15, $16, $17. I was like, I'll stay at home, thank you.
So I'll pay the fucking ticket. I'll pay the 15. I'll pay that. What kills me is I get a fucking large soda and a fucking hot dog. And that bitch right there is more expensive than the 2-hour fucking movie I'm gonna go watch.
Oh, that's where they make all their money, right? Is on concessions.
Fucking
because the way the market is worked out between the RIAA and the theaters and stuff, most of the money they make on the movie itself is made in about the first week.
Yeah.
Everything else that they're paying the light bill with comes from that concession stand.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That concession stand is done, Chief. Bring back the motherfucking drive-ins.
I ain't buying a $20 Coke. Get out of here.
You sneak in that motherfucking
You'll act like you're Motley Crue.
Dude, I got to get my ass ready to go eat some dinner, brother. It's been a pleasure having you on here today. It actually recorded this time. I got it on here. It recorded. So I appreciate you being on here, bro. Definitely got to hook up back again.
I
And
gotta swing back through Texas at some point. I'm one of these days. I'm definitely going to just do a country tour, like, and not just to see people I know, but there's some shit I want to see.
yeah, dude, for real.
I used to drive all over the place when I was stationed down in Texas. Like one time I drove out to the Carolina coast, then went to New York, then went to Canada, then came back to Ohio and stuff. I remember one time I flew to Denver, Colorado, just to hang out with Diaz and his cousin for a night,
Hell yeah.
and then got back in time just for staff duty. I mean, like I ran all, and then when everybody asked, I didn't want them to think I was outside the radius, so I was like, San Antonio, that's where I was.
No, can't go wrong, Chief. You can't go wrong. Dude, I appreciate you being on here though. Anybody you want to say hello to out there?
Well, hell, I mean, there's so many people. I mean, I need to talk to Diaz again soon. I've seen some of them at these recent funerals, like Kowalczyk and stuff, and I hope they're all doing good.
Right.
I know Elder's a nurse now. I hope he's watching it with them shears. Them things are dangerous. But
Elder, bro.
nah, yeah, I just hope everybody's doing well. Don't get too spun up about this political cycle. Don't worry, there's gonna be another one right behind it. And
Man,
if the world ends, it ain't gonna do it tomorrow. So everybody just look after yourself, look after the ones you know, and then find some time to look after the ones you don't.
wise fucking words from Caleb Roberson, or Roberson as he pronounces it.
We just couldn't afford a T. That's all that is.
Oh man. All right,
Charged
Gunline.
by the letter.
Thank you, Gunliners, for being here on the Gunline with me while I shoot the shit with my boy Roberson. I hope y'all enjoyed this topic, and check it out. Midweek memo coming up. I'm gonna save my good scary story for that day. I got my co-host Diaz is gonna be not Diaz. My co-host Cruz. You know they all fucking look alike anyway. He's gonna be on there with me, and we're gonna have a special guest coming on the midweek memo. Don't know him, but his name is Danny Lopez or Daniel Lopez. He was in 277 as well. I don't know, actually 582 it turned into. So he's gonna come on here and shoot the shit. And yeah, man, can't wait to meet him and get to know him. Anyways, with that being said, I thank you all once again for being here on the Gun Line, where we shoot the shit like we did in the past. Love, peace, and hair grease. Rounds complete. Intermission. Gun Line out.
Roger
Bye,
that.
y'all. Fuck, I can't find the pause button.